Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Crystal Flaffy, and today we're going to be talking about Rudolph. Rudolph is the other Capture Festival mon that's coming around in a couple days or whatever. By the time this goes up, I don't know if I'm putting this up on the... I don't even know what date it is. I haven't been checking off my calendar recently. I don't know if this is going up on the 21st or the 22nd. I'm not sure yet. So, it'll either be already started, or it'll be starting in a day or so or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, we already spoke about Snowy in the last video. If you missed that, go check it out. If you want that information or whatever, you want my opinion, whatever. But for this video, as I said, and as the title said, and the thumbnail said, we're going to be talking about Rudolph. Rudolph only has 3 forms. Only comes with wood, light, or dark. So first we'll be going to wood. Wood is a nat 3, whereas light and dark are nat 4s. Here we are, Evo 1, super cute little reindeer. And Evo 2, super cute reindeer again, just with more clothes. And then Evo 3 is wife. Okay, I know in the Snowy video I was like, oh, I wish it stayed a snowman all the way through, but in this case I am happy because I love this design. Really, really nice. So, here's the regular. Very Santa-y colors, which is nice. And here's the variant, which is weird. A Woodmon where the regular is not super green and the variant is. That is weird. But I like the regular one more, just because it has that whole Santa Christmas aesthetic to it. Looking at the stats, she is an attacker, and her HP is actually really good for an attacker. Her attack is okay. It's decent for a nat 3. I think it's average for a nat 3, actually. Her defense is really low, but that's okay, I guess, because we're not using her for her defense, we're using her for our offensive capabilities. Looking at her skills, for the leader skill, it is critical hit rate up by 13 to 18%. And then on her 3-star, she has morale boost, 100% chance to restore 50% of own SP. I know I said in the Poseidon video that there wasn't like a lot of mons that had this skill in the 3-star, and I was so wrong. There are so many more than I thought there was, because at first I was just like, there's Fire Valkyrie, Water Arthur, Wood Balrona, Light Poseidon, and Dark Jean, but then there's also Light Leo, and there's Wood Rudolph, and there's Wood Banshee after skill books. There might even be more, I don't know. Those are the only ones I can think of, but there's probably more. I've been wrong before. Anyway, the 5-star, its Predator, it is only 20%, which sucks. I think that's actually like the lowest Predator. I don't think there's any 10% Predators. If there is, oh my god, that's so sad. But normally we see Predator at least 30%, so it'd be nice if she gets a little bit of a buff to that. That'd be very, very helpful for her. She does not have skill books yet, but if she does, hopefully that change is made. Again, I said in the Snowy video that, and I'll say it again now, I'm surprised that with the announcement of this Capture Festival, they didn't put books out for her or Snowy. So that's just something weird that I noticed. But anyway, where you want to use Wood Chloe. The main place that she shines is farming, just because she's able to fill up her SP bar very quickly, and she's AoE on her when she's Evo 3. An interesting thing about Chloe that Chloe, always have Chloe on my mind. Anyway, interesting thing about Rudolph is that, what is it? Her Evo 2 and Evo 3 stage are single target for their active skills, whereas Evo 3 changes to AoE. It's the same thing with Nisha. Grizzle is the Evo 3 for that. So yeah, those are the only 2 mons that I can think of that do that, which is something interesting. And that'll play a part when we get to Dark Rudolph. It doesn't really matter too much for Wood or Light, but for Dark, it is something that we'll bring up later. For Wood, though, you want her to be Evo 3. You want her to use that AoE active, because you want to use her for farming, because she fills up her bar very quickly. Even if she's not on a Siphon set, she'll get her SP bar full every 3rd turn. So, well, she'll get it full on the end of the 2nd turn, but every 3 turns she'll be using that 5-star skill, which is really good. With a Siphon set, it'll be more often, obviously. And then where else you can use her? Besides farming, story stages, and elemental dungeon, you can use her for GB7. And then you can use her for Titans and PvP offense early on just as a wood attacker. She will fall off just because her damage output isn't going to be that high. Just because that Predator is only 20%. Though if you do have really good gems for her, I'm going to build one and just use it for offense. I'll use it for PvP and for farming just because I love her design, man. She looks so good. And how I would build her, she's not crit required, so you don't have to invest in crit rate, so you can go something just triple attack. Or attack, crit damage. But then, of course, crit rate, attack, crit rate, attack, crit damage are good as well. If you do use a survivability gem, I would recommend a defense gem, just because her defense is really low, so she can use that extra boost. But if you do build her fully offensively and you just get the defense from trinkets, that's enough right there. That's more than enough. Well, not more than enough. It's enough. Anyway, let's move on to Light. I do have Light Evo 3. I haven't been using her, but that's because she was different before. We'll get into that when we talk about her skills. So here's the way she looks normally, and here's the variant. I love the variant so much more. The regular is too bright, it's like too strong on the eyes, in my opinion. Though I do love the hair. I love the blue hair, but it's the dress that really, I don't know, it's weird. It's a bit too neon. That's what I mean to say. But I love the variant, looks really good. I love the purple hair too, so really nice. Looking at the stats, she is a defender. She has good defense. Her HP is decent, could be higher. Her attack, however, is really good though. And of course, recovery doesn't matter. Looking at the skills, she has SP Siphon on her 3-star, 25%, and then Stun on her 5-star, 80% one turn. The reason that I haven't been using mine is just because I didn't build her before, because her SP Siphon used to be crit required. So she did need a crit rate gem, a square slot, and I don't think mine had a square slot. So that's why I didn't use it before. They did change that a little while ago. I don't remember when. But of course, this is a really good change for her. Of course, if you're just starting the game recently, this part doesn't matter to you. That's just something I'm saying for the older player, or if you want to know a bit more about the history of the game. Now she's not crit required, so she's a lot easier to build. I might end up building mine, though I don't really have much use for her at this point, but I might do it just because I like her design as well, and I already have her at Evo 3 variant, so there's that. Where you'd use her, though, she really shines most in PvP on defense. The SP Siphon is really good there, as we've seen from other mons like Light Jean and Water Shiva, that's its name. And Fire Own Myoji, those are really good SP Siphon mons that you see on PvP. PvP defense specifically. So she would be really good there, and her stun is also decent as well. It'd be nice if she gets books, and that's bumped up to either 100% or 2 turns. Either of those change or boosts would be amazing. Yeah, and you can also use it for Wood Colossus as well, just for her SP Siphon. And that's really the only places you'd want to use her. How I would build her: HP defense. That'd be the best one, just because her HP does need a bit more investment than her defense does. Her attack is decent, so attack subs are nice, but you really want to focus on resist, just because she is a light mon. She starts 0 base resist, and if you're putting her on defense, you don't want her to be stun locked the whole time. So HP defense with an emphasis on resist substats. Now, last but not least, we have Dark. Let's go fill up the stats a little bit. Here's the regular. And here's the variant, which it's another tough decision, man. Same thing as with Snowy, like, picking is hard. I like the regular, this is a tough one. I'm going to say regular, but I like them both. Looking at the stats, she is an attacker. Her attack is good. Her HP is really good for an attacker. And her defense is low, but it's about average for an attacker, so it's whatever. It'd be nice if it was a little bit higher. Anyway, looking at her skills, she has attack up, attack down on her 3-star. It is 3 turns on crit, so 100% if you land a crit, so that's nice. And then on her 5-star, she has Hunter, 50%. So, where you'd use her, if you go with Evo 3, you'd use her for PvP offense, you'd use her for farming, you'd use her for DB10. Any of those places, you know, just having her on, like, for farming, and for farming specifically, a Siphon set and just getting off that Hunter as often as possible is really nice. For DB10, that attack down is nice for the Light Persephone and the Dragon. And then, of course, Hunter is good for the second wave, which is just, it'd be nice to kill those all with that Hunter real quick. And then PvP as well, just being able to hit everybody with that Hunter. Though, Evo 2, if you leave her at Evo 2, she does have okay stats, and she does have a single target. So Evo 2 Rudolph, when she gets her 5-star off, does have higher damage output on a single target than Evo 3 does, just because of the single target active multiplier is a lot higher. I think the multiplier for AoE active is 1.1, so it's a 10% increase in damage, whereas with the single target actives, it is a 2.3. So it's like a 2... Is it 230%? Is that how that works? So yeah, AoE, it's like 110% damage. And then single target actives are 230%. So if you use Evo 2 Rudolph against, say, Titans, where you're only going to hit one mon 100% of the time, having a single target active is good because she will be doing a lot more damage. Which is also good for PvP. You know, we've seen with nukers such as Dark Gatito and Dark Shura that single target Hunter actives are really good, do really good damage, and can pretty much take out a mon in PvP right away. But for farming and DB10, you can use it there as well if you do it on manual, but if you do it on auto, you're going to want the AoE. But yeah, so there are people that have left their Rudolphs at Evo 2.3 just to get her stats as high as possible and still maintaining that single target active. So that is something that you can do. I didn't, just because I don't care that much about it, you know, but that's just a personal thing for me. If you do want to do more damage with her, you can do that. Just go single target Evo 2.3, really good there. But if you just want to get her up there, Evo 3 or for the guide, get those gems, you can do that as well, and use her for farming. Though if you do use her for farming, I don't think she would be... You would need a Siphon set just because that attack down isn't useful for farming at all. You'd want to be using that Hunter as often as possible. How I would gem her? Either way, for anything, whether you choose to keep her at Evo 2.3, which means Evo 2 with... and you put in the evolution fodder 3 times, and you just don't click evolve. So, if you leave her as that, or you get her to Evo 3, either way, you want to have a crit rate gem, build her with max crit rate, because both of her skills are crit required. And then, if you're using her for her damage output, you can go crit rate attack attack, crit rate attack crit damage, crit rate attack defense even, just because her defense is low. Her HP is okay, but it's low as well. At Evo 2, you definitely would... I would honestly recommend going like crit rate HP defense, just because you would be using her there for her attack down and her Hunter, and she's not going to live long because her stats aren't that great unless you have max trinkets on her, which even then, I don't think she'd be living that long anyway. So you definitely need a bit more HP and defense investment if you keep her at Evo 2, whereas if you keep her at Evo... or you get her up to Evo 3, she doesn't need as much defensive investment in terms of gems. Trinkets obviously are still nice, but she doesn't need that much from gems. And you can still use her in Titans for that 100% 3-turn attack down on crit. So that is something there. She'll still do decent damage against the Titan with her 5-star if she's at Evo 3. It just won't be as strong as if she's at Evo 2. I should also point out that when they use their 3-star, whether she's Evo 2.3 or Evo 3, she will do more damage as an Evo 3 on her 3-star. Her 5-star would do more damage as Evo 2 though. But I feel like there's not much else to say about her there, other than I hope she does get books as well, just so she can get that damage boost. Light especially would benefit a lot from books. But yeah, how I would prioritize them, I would go dark, light, and wood in that order. Dark just because whether you use her at 2.3 for Titans or get her to Evo 3, she's very useful either way. And then light, while useful, is a bit more limited in places that she can be used than dark. Dark is just a bit more versatile. And then wood is good, but that predator is low and her stats aren't super great, but she's still really good as well. So overall, all the Rudolphs are good, and I definitely recommend building them. That's just the order I would prioritize in going about it. I did build wood and dark, light and dark before. I did Evo 3 wood, but then I ended up rebirthing it or something, which I regret because now I have to build it again because I do want to actually use it. I'm going down too far. So yeah, I want to show my dark one real quick. I haven't used her yet. I did put gems on her, but I haven't used her, which is, I should. She is Evo 3, and the reason I haven't used her is just because I'm not happy with her gems right now, just because, as you can see, there's no attack boost there. I do have her on defense, which that's actually a pretty good gem, minus that flat HP. That sucks, but the rest of it's good. Defense HP, which good crit rate there, and a crit rate gem there, which does give a good defense boost. So I can use her for Titans, just for attack down, but she won't be really doing much damage with her Hunter, which sucks, just because I didn't put any investment in her attack. But I don't know, it's something that I should try, but I just haven't got around to it. Who knows? I'm going to try to get her on a more offensive set, change the HP gem at least for an attack gem. That'd be nice. I haven't built Light, as I said before. She is right over here, and I will be building her eventually. I'm going to take her out of my storage, yeah, because I'm going to work on her. I put some gems on her soon or whatever. But yeah, going to wrap it up there. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video or if you learned something. Or if I inspired you to build her or whatever, you can do that. And yeah, have yourselves a good day, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.